Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Kotetsu here and welcome back to a new live Teamtage reaction. So today we're going to be reacting to another new team. It's a French team just like the last reaction, Extreme Slide. But yeah, like I said, this is a new team. I haven't really heard of them before, like I got sent this video on Skype by someone. I'm just assuming they're French because, you know, the description is in French, and I don't think that would be the case if it was an English team per se. So, this team is called Spring BMX, and this first Teamtage is called In My Town. And the edit is apparently by Shazah. So, yeah. I got something to say before I watch this video though. Even though the overwhelming majority of you guys do enjoy it when I do these reaction videos, I know there are quite a few of you as well that wish I would vary it up a little bit. But, like, I'm gonna be doing that, like, next week or, like, the week after because I'm gonna have more time to make, like, per se, like, stunt challenges or, like, other kind of challenge videos, like, at that time because I'm, like, right in the middle of, like, studying for finals right now. So, like, I hope you guys, like, all understand. I mean, like, stunt challenges, just compared to other videos, just take, like, so long to make, and I just don't really have the time to do that right now. And I also feel obligated to do, you know, a reaction video for every new Teamtage that comes out because I just don't want to be doing it for like some but like not all. At the same time, like even though like December is a period where lots of Teamtages come out, there are again periods like the middle of summer where almost like no Teamtages come out. So I just want to like, you know, just like do it like when the time is like available for me to do it, if that makes any sense at all. So yeah, if that aside, let's watch this video right now. Alright, so Spring presents an edit by Shazah. Okay. Alright. Considering this team only has 50 subs, I'm impressed by this edit so far. This team must have some big people behind it. That was a pretty cool like intro screen. So, XY Free, yeah, I think I've heard of that before. He might have been another team. I'm not entirely sure. And Shazah, I forget what team. Yeah, but that was a pretty cool stunt. In the combination of the wall ride, that was a pretty unique technique right there. Alright, so Demoniac with the ass slide. And then he goes off of that and then just gets into another grind right there. Finishing off clean. Nice. A jump into there and a frame bounce. And through the thread cleanly. Nice stunt there. Okay, so Remski, a little cog slide right there. Alright, so Natsu. Oh, I know this guy. He's from Twitter. This is a Japanese guy. And he goes like onto like the slide right there. Nice. Wariz go into the cog slide at the airport. Pretty nice how he got into that right there. Alright. So Shazah here again. And then, well, there's a really big frame bounce. Holy crap. Must have been hard to get the height to get the frame bounce like all the way up to there. Okay. So Frost, and then a handlebar grind, and then what's he doing right here? And then a frame bounce into a thread. That could have been a little cleaner, but I still like the style you had there. Okay, so he did that into this cog slide right here. This spot seems to be really popular lately for BMX. It is a good spot. Okay, so Remski. Alright. So he does a wall ride there. A lot of people use this spot. I'm interested in seeing like how he takes this further. And then he gets into the wall right there. See, I've never seen anyone do that before. Nice. That must have been hard with the tight space there. So Wariz with the cog slide right there. And then, oh, that got cut off. So Demoniac goes into that. And then that was, oh, if he would have taken that farther, that would have been really cool. So Frost into that. And then he's going to use the back wheel into an ass slide. And into that, oh, okay, that might have been one of the best stunts I've seen so far. I really like the way he did that. Okay, XY Free into that sort of like slide in the front. Alright, so Demoniac into there, and then he like really gets into that, and then it's hard to even describe what he was doing because he did that all like so fast. So Remski uses that wall right there to his advantage, get into that slide. And Wariz goes into that with like the cog slide right there on the side. And gets a landing right there. Okay, so Shazah off the ass slide into the regular one. And into sort of like a backwards frame slide. And how far is this going to be taken? He seemed to do that for a pretty long time right there. Alright, so... Okay, thanks for watching stunts performed by... Demoniac. Okay, again, this reminds me of Outlaw Penguin. Again, this is the second time I've seen a team use these still slides similar to what Outlaw Penguin did in the latest Evolve Teamtage, which I'm not sure how to feel about that. Okay, so it's just like sort of credit screen. It is a nice idea for a credit screen though. I mean, I'm not gonna like downplay the fact that, you know, it looks nice most of the time when you use this sort of like cartoony style. Alright, so yeah, that Teamtage kind of ended off a little bit unexpectedly there at the end. It kind of like caught me off guard, and I'm gonna have to think about who I want to put as like the MVP and like the runner-up. And also one more thing, you know how I said like Natsu's Japanese? Okay, scratch that, that's not true. I was thinking of Black Natsu from BBCS, but something in my mind didn't click. That guy was already in a team for some reason, so just like forget I ever said that. Alright, so because in this Teamtage, you know, like, I kind of placed, like, most of the stunts on an equal level of, like, how difficult they were to do, I'm gonna choose, Shazza as the MVP, and I'm also gonna choose, I forgot, oh, Demoniac as the runner-up, because, like, I feel like out of, like, the stuns, like, they had the most, like, solid stunts out of anyone. Alright, so Shazza had the stunt, like, after the opener, in which he sort of, like, took the bike off of, like, a bunny hop off of a vent, and he did like a little like 360 in the air, and he got back into like sort of a handlebar grind, and he did like another 360 and went to a building like close to him, and he was able to get from there like a mini wall ride like on the other building, and he was able to get the landing perfectly. So even though it wasn't like the most polished stunt in the entire world, I can appreciate the amount of creativity that was put behind it. So really nice job on that stunt. And then Demoniac had that stunt right after him where he did the ass slide, and he was able to get from the ass slide into like sort of the crank slide right below him. So even though it wasn't the most like technical stunt in the entire world, I still thought it looked pretty cool overall. And then at about 1:14 seconds in the video, Shazza had that stun where he got that especially high frame bounce, and he got into the wall ride, and he was able to take the wall ride upwards at the airport into like sort of the top of one of the terminal buildings. So yeah, I mean, that's not a reland, I'm pretty sure, is it? Like, it's a familiar spot, but I'm pretty sure no one's really done it that exact way. So yeah, nice execution on that stunt. Alright, so Demoniac's next clip was about 2 minutes in the video, and even though I chose him as the runner-up, this wasn't the most polished clip in my opinion. I'm just being completely honest here, and not just like the clip, but the edit too, for some reason, didn't include the first part of his clip. Like, the edit like immediately like transitioned into him like on the ass slide on top of the building already. So yeah, not really the most smooth thing there, like editing wise, but the stunt after that, he did like take into a nice slide at the bottom of it, and I assume it was pretty hard to get into, so he just settled for it, not maybe in its like final form, but you know what, the stunt had a good foundation at least. And then not even like 30 seconds later in the video, Demoniac has another stunt which uses the same technique in a different location, except this time he uses it close to the Los Santos storm drain, and he does it from the rail on top of like this like sort of warehouse thing that has the rails on it, and then he goes up into like the little like platform by the storm drain on below and does the same technique. So I guess he's sort of trying to master that one technique right there, which I guess is good since both like uses of them were like pretty solid in my opinion. And then from this point, Shazza had the finisher in this video, which is a stunt that I kind of liked. I mean, when I first saw the race course, I was like, oh boy, is it going to be another race course clip? Because it didn't used at a certain, like, if you don't already, like, know this, at a certain point in time in, like, Teamtages and just, like, stunts in general, like, the race course at one point was a very, very overused location, and it was almost a meme, like, don't do race course stunts, like, they're so unoriginal. But I like the way this one was played out, especially, like, the way he got into the slide was so cool, because he started off in ass slide, he was able to get the jump and get into the reverse frame slide, and just stay that way for so long. And he just like landed it cleanly as well. So even though it's not maybe like the like most utmost amazing like finisher material for like example like Extreme Slide like would have put on the table for a team that's like it's their first Teamtage and they have like what 50 subscribers. Well, when you take that into consideration, like, this isn't really, like, a bad job, like, overall. And this stunt, too. And out of all the stunts in the video, like, this was definitely the right choice for the finisher. So, I always like that, too, when they choose, like, the right stunts to be the opener and the finisher. It shows that they put some thought, like, the editor put some thought in, like, what order the stunts came in. And yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. Alright, so since I've already said everything I need to say about the stunts, let's just have a quick word about the edits and the music choices. So, the editor was Shazaa. I guess in general, I'm not like the best person to be giving like editing advice if you haven't noticed by now. Like if you watch like Outlaw Penguin's reaction, he gives much more like technical terms, like compared to me, but I just kind of like say what I think, like not knowing After Effects and stuff like that. And generally, I thought the color correction was very good on this edit. I liked it. It had sort of that washed out look, but I feel like that was intentional. I mean, I don't really feel like you would have put that color correction on there if you didn't want it to look like that. And just like all the other stuff in the edit, besides that one error I talked about, where that one stunt I got sort of like, you know, cut off abruptly, and like the other one was sort of like placed in a weird area. Like I mentioned that earlier in this video. That's really the only editing error that I can really think of that took place in this video. I'm not really seeing any other problems. I mean, I guess something that could be considered a problem by some standards is the fact that this editor, again, took inspiration from Outlaw Penguin's ending sort of edit, like title screen that was present in the most recent Evolve Teamtage. Some people, like, you know, might not really like that much, and even though I do like the idea of that kind of, like, title screen, it is probably a bit, like, you know, dead at this point. Like, I don't know. You're just sort of like dancing on the grave of like these kind of credits. I mean, like, they're cool, but I mean, if everybody uses them, I feel like that coolness that's around them will sort of slowly fade away. So yeah, that's why I'm hoping that not everybody really uses those. And yeah, like in this video, you know, it was okay. I mean, it was like, I'm being probably a bit too critical here. It's the team's first Teamtage, and also, yeah, and in terms of the music choices, for a quick word about that, it wasn't really super impressive to me now. Maybe that's because, like, I don't really listen to rap music a whole lot. Maybe some people really like the song choices in this Teamtage, and, like, you know, I respect that, but it didn't really stand out that much to me in comparison to, like, a rock song and stuff like that. And I know that's not common for BMX, I know. Yeah, like, you gotta expect, like, rap music and BMXing. Like, I know this stuff, but I mean, I'm just kind of, like, you know, sharing my opinion, so yeah. And overall, I'm gonna give this video an 8.5 out of 10 because it's a solid B in my opinion. Like everything about this video, just like 8.5 seems to be the perfect score to give it. And yeah, that's all I have for this video. So if you guys enjoyed this video at any point in time, be sure to drop a like on the video because it does help a lot. And also, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for daily GTA 5 content and more. And until next time, this is Kotetsu. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Kotetsu out.